And here is the Writer's Almanac for Friday. It's the 20th of September, 2019. It was on this day, 1848, the American Association for the Advancement of Science was created. It was founded by mainly geologists and naturalists who wanted to expand their group to include all of the sciences. In Europe at the time, scientists were doing important theoretical work, big breakthroughs, chemistry, physics, electromagnetism. Alexander von Humboldt was famous for his work trying to bring together all the fields of science. There were theoretical scientists working in America too. Joseph Henry working on electromagnetism, the geologist Louis Agassiz, Benjamin Peirce, mathematician, astronomer. But in general, while the Europeans were focusing on more theoretical pursuits, Americans were engaged in the practical side, in technology. Samuel Morse had developed the telegraph. Robert McCormick, the McCormick Reaper, which could cut grain much more efficiently than a farmer with a scythe. Charles Goodyear had invented vulcanized rubber, which finally made rubber stable. And Americans were more focused on geology and on botany. But the American Association for the Advancement of Science thrived. More than 2,000 people joined during its first 12 years, and it's still going strong today. Publishes the journal Science, has come out since 1880. It's the birthday of the poet Donald Hall, born in Hamden, Connecticut in 1928. Donald Hall, who said, "When I was 25, a poem took 6 months or a year. Typically now it takes 2 years to 5. He said, "You should stare at a poem long enough so that you have 100 reasons for using every comma, 100 reasons for every line break, 100 reasons for every and or." It's the birthday of the poet Stevie Smith, born in Hull, Yorkshire, England, 1902, lived in the same house from the time she was 3 until she died in 1971. Famous for her collection Not Waving But Drowning. In the title poem she wrote, "Nobody heard him, the dead man, but still he lay moaning. I was much further out than you thought, and not waving but drowning." And it's the birthday of Upton Sinclair, born in Baltimore, 1878, who set out to write an exposé of the meatpacking industry in his book, The Jungle. He was interested in the suffering of the workers, but the readers of the book were more interested in the unsanitary preparation of meat, and as a result, the Pure Food and Drugs Act was passed. Here's a poem for today by Billy Collins entitled Adage. When it's late at night and branches are banging against the windows, you might think that love is just a matter of leaping out of the frying pan of yourself into the fire of someone else, but it's a little more complicated than that. It's more like trading the 2 birds who might be hiding in that bush for the one you are not holding in your hand. A wise man once said that love was like forcing a horse to drink, but then everyone stopped thinking of him as wise. Let us be clear about something. Love is not as simple as getting up on the wrong side of the bed wearing the emperor's clothes. No, it's more like the way the pen feels after it has defeated the sword. It's a little like the penny saved or the 9 dropped stitches. You look at me through the halo of the last candle and tell me love is an ill wind that has no turning, a road that blows no good, but I am here to remind you, as our shadows tremble on the walls, that love is the early bird who is better late than never. A poem by Billy Collins, Adage, from his collection Ballistics, published by Random House and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.